Hi guys, it's Rachel with Rosabelle Beauty. Welcome back. So I just did a video on my likes and dislikes for the month of February. I will try to remember to put a link of that below. But I'm going to move into my dupes. This is my first dupes video. Basically, it's just me trying different things that I've tried over the years, and I have found things to be so similar to each other, and some of these probably already exist online. I don't watch a ton of dupe videos. I think I've probably only seen 3 in my entire life. So I'm just gonna go through the ones that I have personally experienced and discovered for myself. So first, let's do foundations. Okay. So one of my all-time favorite foundations is the NARS Sheer Glow. And even though there is a dupe for this, I still buy it only because it just mixes so well and it's a little more pinky, but I just love this foundation and I'm always buying it. However, if I want to give it a break because I'm running low and I'm not like willing to go out and buy it again right away, even though I've purchased 3 or 4 of these, you know, since I've discovered it. So anything I repurchase means it is still the best thing and nothing has replaced it yet. But the True Match Lumi is extremely comparable. I mean, when you put them next to each other, they are almost the exact same thing. So let me put this out here. I should get a little wipey ready first because don't need a mess on my couch. Husband would love to see my makeup smears all up on this right here. He's hiding in the room while I do these videos. Okay, so I am the color Valaris in the NARS, and in the True Match Lumi, I am a W3 nude beige. So I'm going to put a little bit of the NARS here. Okay. And then I'm putting a little bit, I have 2 little dots of the NARS because it popped off, a little bit of the Lumi closer to my knuckle, okay? So if you guys can see this, this is the Lumi, this is the NARS. I'm gonna smear this in the NARS one. And then this is the Lumi one. And I'm going to blend them in the center. Now you can almost not tell the difference at all. There's just a tiny slight shade difference. But as far as the consistency and the formula, extremely comparable. You just can't go wrong with this purchase. I actually told my mom about the Lumi products, and so she recently started trying them, and she has, you know, more mature skin, and so she has a little bit more, I'm starting to get wrinkles and stuff like up in here, but she's got a little bit more. And she's like, oh my God, Rachel, I just love the Lumi because it doesn't get in my creases. It looks good all day. It gives you that glowy coverage and you can build on it. And it's pretty much exactly the same as the NARS, just the color, the hue might be a little bit off, you know, depending on what color you are in each, but the formula is very much the same. And even the color is still gonna be so close that it won't really matter. And sometimes with my NARS, I'll put a pump in of something else just to maybe yellow it up. It just depends on your tone of skin because everyone's skin tone changes depending on how much, you know, sun they get or whatever else they're doing or lack of sun after having sun exposure. So those 2 are super close. Good buy in both ways. I will always buy Lumi until they change their formula. So the other thing, now I don't have the dupe, well I have the dupe, but I don't have the brand for this next one. So the Sephora airbrush sprays are the dupe for the Christian Dior sprays. Now I have a light and a medium, and I contour with these also. Well, not completely contour, but I will do the medium around more of the outside of the face, and then I will spray the light, you know, where you want the highlights. And then I'll blend it all together. And this stuff stays on all day. It dries, but you gotta blend it quickly because it'll start to kind of crease here, which you can easily buff out. So think of it as kind of like a cream to powder kind of idea. You don't need powder afterwards because it is dry. So I suggest lots of moisturizer, A really good primer, this NARS primer is fantastic for it because it gives you that real smoothness. Like, you will not have pore exposure at all with this. So when that airbrush goes on, it is just airbrush perfect, flawless. It's awesome. I actually do those on the days I don't have time because, you know, you beauty blender and blending and sitting there, it takes a few minutes, and that airbrush, it's like whoosh, and then just buff with a brush, and it's 1 minute makeup. I'm gonna do that 3-minute makeup challenge one day, and I will be using that because it is so fast. Okay, next dupes. Okay, so this one, I know everyone likes this one, or a lot of people like it, and we've all heard about it like a million times since it's come into existence, and that is the Becca Champagne Pop with Jaclyn Hill. The dupe for this is ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Dreamcatcher. Just, this one's a cream, which is fine, but just like a little dab of this, you know, super good payoff. Champagne Pop. I mean, the only difference is Champagne Pop has a tiny, tiny bit more gold, but essentially the same. Price, not the same. My battery died, so I'm almost done here. Okay, so I had just done, man, this keeps happening to me. Okay, I had just done the Champagne Pop and ColourPop. So again, ColourPop, Dreamcatcher, Becca Champagne Pop with Jaclyn Hill, extremely comparable. This one's a little more golden, but payoffs is almost exactly the same. Color's almost exactly the same. Eyebrows. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Everybody talks about this Brow Wiz. Everybody says it's the best thing. Brow definer. I use blonde. It has your little spoolie on one end, and then you're angled at the other end. It's a good product. I have found a better product than that one now, in my opinion, but the dupe to this one is this, and it almost looks exactly the same. This is NYX Sculpt, and this is actually Sculpt and Highlight Brow Contour, and this one is an ivory and blonde. So you actually have an ivory and for like underneath here to like really make your eyebrow defined and pop. And then you have your eyebrow color at the other end. Now this one is a softer pencil. I feel it just draws in nicer. And I just have to use a spoolie from something else. I believe they do have one with a spoolie. I just haven't purchased it. But this one is like this. Okay. And the Anastasia, I have to do a lot more to get color payoff from the Anastasia, is right there. So very similar color. This one is the NYX, and it just goes on so easy. This Anastasia, I have to like get in there, which maybe some people like because it takes more, so you have I guess more time to build and take your time to make your eyebrows look the way you want. But this one just, I mean, it just goes on so fast and easy, and I just kind of do it in brush strokes to make it look like your eyebrow, and when I brush it in, it just smears in really well, you know, when you brush it through to make it fill in little patches. Just for the price, I honestly would never buy the Anastasia Beverly Hills again. I have a brand name one that, I don't want to give you the wrong information because I'm honestly drawing a blank on who makes it, but I did it in my haul, and it is amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm wearing it now. I wear it every day. It is a new level of eyebrow product. But this one I won't buy again because the NYX does the same thing a little bit better for me, and I'll just always use that one instead. Okay, 3 more things. Next up is a primer. Smashbox Photo Finish in Luminizing is kind of a goldy tone. And then this is Maybelline's new Master Strobing Liquid. This one is used in more ways than this one and is extremely comparable. especially in the color. So let's show you the Maybelline now. The Maybelline one you can use to like pat your cheeks like after you put on your foundation and everything, just to like add glow. You can mix it in with a primer to make it like a glowy primer like this. The illuminizing, the Maybelline's not a primer, but it has multiple uses. Okay, so here they are next to each other. Okay, so this one is the Smashbox primer, and this is the Maybelline Glow. And this one in the Maybelline is a little bit brighter, but if you mixed it with, say, like this here, it's going to be much closer in color to this because it's a little more mattified because it's a primer. So here, but watch when I smear it. I put a lot in, actually. So this is the Smashbox. I put way too much by my fingers. And this is the Maybelline. Can you tell where one starts and one begins? Not really, right? Not really. Yeah, not really. So, and again, 50% or more difference in price. So, and honestly, the strobing liquid I think is cool because I dropped something. Because you can use it as like a highlighter. I used it yesterday actually as like a glowy highlighter by putting it on my fingers and then doing this. So it was fine. Okay, setting spray, Urban Decay's All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, Wet n Wild's Photo Focus. This is their new line of photo focus products, and what they do is they are made for selfies, and they have a few other items that are made for selfies, and this is their setting spray. Lasts all day, sets it fine. A little more heavy on the liquid application when you spray it. I only do 2 sprays. This one I have to do like 4, and it's more fine, but 2 sprays in this one, and it's a travel size. I mean, it's great. So, I mean, setting spray, a lot of them, they're all kind of similar. There's not one that's like blow your mind. Okay, camera has died now twice. This time we are finishing. I don't care what happens. I have kids up and everything, but we're doing this. So I was talking about these and dupes, and anyway, I already explained the difference between the misting. Otherwise, I would say they are quite equivalent to each other. Last thing I have is lips. So Drew Barrymore has this new brand called Flower, and their formula, and well, this is the in Blush Petal, and I wish I remembered the name of, what is this? A Hydra Silk Ultimate Lip Butter, and it is so nice. The formula is so creamy and yummy, and it's so nice. I was really surprised with the quality of it. So good job, Drew. Always liked you, but now I really like your Hydra Silk Ultimate Lip Butter. Again, this is in Blush Petal. This formula is extremely comparable to the Tarte Amazonian Butter Lipsticks. I don't have a color to dupe, you know, this Blush Petal or this one that I have here. This is the Coral Blossom, but they feel the same, and I loved this lipstick, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna buy all of them because they're just fantastic. They kind of have a minty smell, which is the only thing that's really different as far as the way they feel, but they feel the same on. Oh, I can mix them. This is quite the pigment I have here. Very similar, same long lasting. This Petal, this Flower brand, I put this on this morning and it fades so nicely. It does not feather, it does not spread, it does not patch, get patchy throughout the day. It is very moisturizing. Just one little swipe is more like a tint, and then you can build up on it and make it more pigmented. I'm really liking this, and it doesn't give you any like weird like film or scum on the inside of your mouth. Neither does this one. Very good. Both of them are really good. So that's pretty much it for my dupes. I believe I covered them all with all my technical difficulties as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Always a pleasure. Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or any dupes of your own, please share them, because I'd rather not spend the money. I mean, who wants to spend the money if you don't have to? So thank you so much, and have a great day, guys, and happy Valentine's Day. It's in 2 days. Hope you all have a great time with or without a Valentine. Share with what you guys are doing. I'd love to know. I'm staying home with the kids and my husband. We're probably gonna watch some Redbox movies, maybe some Netflix, make some food, and maybe like some little heart cookies, me and the 8-year-old. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing. That's the stage of my life I'm in right now. So thanks again. Have a great day, and keep watching. Thanks so much.